Hello, and welcome to another video on high altitude investing. Today I am going to be going over the top 7-day movers, and by that I mean up percentage and down percentage on CoinMarketCap, and then the top 24-hour movers on Poloniex and CoinMarketCap, the top 24-hour volume on Poloniex, movers, coins, and a little bit about ETC Ethereum, some about Bitfinex because Bitcoin dropped off a little bit and there's some panic in the markets, some uncertainty, the high volumes, and just some coins that I think are going to gain value within the next month or so due to all of the uncertainty in the markets and people trusting their money, putting it in certain areas. So that's kind of what I'm going over today. It's just going to be kind of a quicker video. It's kind of a cross between an altcoin price overview and just pointing out things that I've been noticing in the cryptocurrency markets. So let me go ahead and switch over to my Poloniex here. Alright. Yep, I am switched over to my Poloniex. Sometimes I get worried about OBS and the recording. And by Poloniex, I mean Google Chrome. Anyways, so I'm going to start off by pointing out the top 7-day movers. And so let's just get right to that. I view all, and then this is on CoinMarketCap. And then I click on the 7-day percentage thingy here. My computer doesn't explode. You know, it's kind of crazy to me because I have like a really pretty top-end computer. Spent quite a bit of money on it, and most of these cryptocurrency websites still lag, so it must be server lag on their end. They must just not be able to handle all of the volume and stuff with the size of their servers. It's just something I was thinking about the other day, like how Poloniex is so slow and they're constantly growing and upgrading servers and expanding because they can't even keep up with how much volume is coming through the markets. Come on. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry about the trolls. Okay, so the top 7-day movers in percentage is Sooncoin, up almost 600% in the past 7 days. Swarm, up 500%. Folding Coin, this is what I was talking about, all of the grid coin research and stuff like that. Those coins are all going to be, in my opinion, are all going to be incredible long-term investments. So in the past 7 days, that's up 417%. TauPay, which is up 374%. Gold Max Coin, which is up 320%. But the thing about these ones is they have very low the available supply in the market cap is unknown, and the volume is also significantly pretty small. So they could be some type of pumps and dumps or just coins that people are manipulating inside of the market to put their money in places that they can. I kind of think a lot of people are uncertain about what coin they should hold their money in right now. For me, it's always been Bitcoin. My ultimate goal is to just maximally accumulate Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, in my opinion, is going to last at least another 10 years and maybe forever. You never know. So I am, for now, my personal trading plan is to just accumulate as much Bitcoin as I possibly can. Because when I got into trading, it was bottoming out, so it was just the smartest move for me at the time. But I think that all of these other coins like Bitcoin Fast, low volume, low volume, I think that a lot of really rich people and people that have a lot of money inside of the cryptocurrency world are just flooding all of their money inside of tons of different currencies slowly over time, and that could be what's going on right now. So that my theory is that they're doing it because they know that Bitcoin's gonna come retest a certain level that I'm going to show you here in a second, right here. Yeah, right here. So I think Bitcoin's going to come down to the 540 to 560 range. That would be pretty much its long-term 38%. Like, its 38% level of all of its existence. So from 2000, clear back, once it started being traded and stuff on Bitstamp and Bitfinex and all of the exchanges, this is basically, it's hitting its 38%. If it goes down to test 540, that would be its Fibonacci 38% of all time, of its history. So I am looking, I've just been buying Bitcoin every single time it drops. I've been trying not to buy in the highs. Today I bought a couple $100 worth of Bitcoin because, I mean, if you look, it dropped off. So it's cheap right now. It's hitting an important support or resistance level, still determining. But I think it's going to channel in between to this 540 range right here one more time, because, and it's going to take a little while too, probably a month. I would assume that it comes down for maybe a month to channel around in here. The other possibility, of course, would be that it's just testing this this resistance level here, support level here, and breaking above it. But I kind of doubt it, because as you can see, the candlestick actually did go down to 595. So, and these are one-day candlesticks on Bitstamp. But that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. This is just on my Twitter, the High Altitude Investing Twitter. So you can go follow me for, I put different ideas on here and tweet certain things. So yeah, you can go follow me on here at High Altitude Inv. Twitter names. But so let's look at the top 7-day downers here, because I kind of got distracted, and it's I slept in really late last night, and I stayed up really late last night and didn't sleep in at all today, so I'm a little slow. I apologize. Okay, now these are the 7-day downers. If you notice, none of them are down under 100%. None of them are down under 100%, which is very interesting to me, because all of the other ones are up at least 500%. I've been noticing this in the past. I think it's due to the fact of US dollars being flooded into cryptocurrency right now. And it has to do with the white hat hackers and the ETC and the hard fork and the split and all of the uncertainty in the markets, and Bitfinex saying that there's a lawsuit website against them. That's probably what caused this drop off in Bitcoin. So there's just a lot of uncertain, everybody's scared right now. So there's a lot of US currency going in and outside of Bitcoin. Coinbase volume has been higher than it ever has been in the past recently. So, you know, these are just some things that I've been noticing. Now let's look at the top 24 movers, 24-hour movers. It's up 500%. See what I'm talking about? These low volume coins. It's interesting to me. It's usually just a few $100s, or sometimes up to a couple thousand. But these low volume coins, there's just money going into them slowly over this long period of time. I mean, you can look at their charts, and these coins are just, these coins, if you look at the month on some of these coins, if you look at the month, you can just see these weird volume spikes. Places where it's just pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. It's just tons of volatility. So I think they're just making money off of all of this volatility due to the uncertainty, and because of that, it's kind of equalizing the value of the markets. If you notice, the Bitcoin dominance has actually started to drop a little bit. Now let's look at the 24-hour loss. See? Not even down 87%. That is ridiculous. Not even down 90%. That's ridiculous to me. And that's Vapors coin. See? That's lots of volatility. So, I don't know. It's just something I've been noticing in the markets. Something I thought was pretty interesting, if you ask me. And I wanted to point it out and share it with you guys. Now let's go over to our volume, because volume is extremely important and something that, you know, you really got to look at closely and determine the reasons behind where the money is going. As you can see, of course, Bitcoin, #1 in volume, as always. So this is sorted by volume in the past 24 hours. And Monero, of course, right next to it. Ethereum, right next to it. Factum. Factum is interesting. Factum almost has 5 million in 24-hour volume. And it was just worth $2.01 the other day. So I've been making some money off Factum. Keep buying in the lows. Excuse me. Ethereum Classic. Now, something I want to talk about is the uncertainty behind Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. What is the true chain? This is something that people have been talking about for forever now, ever since it became a problem, or ever since it, you know, brought itself into existence, into the reality of cryptocurrency politics. Crypto politics. By the way, I am starting a series called Crypto Politics or something similar to that, so watch out for that. Anyways, so there's this uncertainty behind what chain is going to be the true chain, Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, and I'm rooting for ETC right now just because it's so cheap, and due to the uncertainty, and due to the fact that miners are going to be very motivated to mine on it, and because I kind of don't think that the Ethereum Foundation sort of refunded people for money that they risked on their own. So, you know what I mean? Like, if I put if John Doe goes and puts $100 in Monero at $10 and it becomes worth a penny the next day, he can't get mad at the people that invented XMR and ask for a refund contract so that he gets his money back. That was his risk, in my opinion. But that's kind of more of a political view, you know? That's why I want to start a crypto politics series. I think it would be interesting. It might even be a live one, but that's a whole nother thing. I've got lots of plans for this channel. Anyways, Tether and Litecoin. this is interesting to me. Litecoin has a lot of volume because Litecoin and Bitcoin are pretty much the two first cryptocurrencies. I think they may have been the two first cryptocurrencies. Of course, Bitcoin was the first widely used cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was the first, you know, but Litecoin, I think, came right after it. I don't know whether there were some others before it, but I think that those are the two original. I really should look into that because that's kind of some interesting, you know, history about these coins. But anyways, so we have Litecoin and then we have Tether, and that is that's 7th in volume at over $1,300,000. So people are selling out into US dollar Tether. Lots of people are selling out into US dollar Tether due to uncertainty because they feel like that's probably the safest place they can keep their money right now. And I would say that those would be not the noobs, because, you know, you can always make money selling out to US dollar Tether if you have a profit from trading another coin, but I think they're doing it at a loss, a lot of them. A lot of the people that are selling out into Tether are doing it at a loss because of the cryptocurrency uncertainties right now. So it's just interesting to me that's, you know, that's up there in the volume. It's always up there in the volume, but it seems to be climbing more and more in volume recently. Now let's look at Dash, because I wanted to talk a little bit about Dash because of it's traded against XMR. So you can trade Dash for XMR. If you look at the markets here, a lot of the volume is going to be Dash, BTC, Poloniex, and Dash XMR on Poloniex. You know, that's 2% of the entire volume inside of this coin. And for having a 24-hour volume of over $1 million, that's pretty significant in the price and, you know, the future of where it could go. And there's only 6 million Dash, by the way. There's 12 million XMR, twice the amount. So I'm gonna go over here and talk a little bit about what I think is going to happen to XMR here in correlation with Bitcoin and Dash. Let me go look at my notes here on my phone. Oh, okay. So let's get some bigger candlesticks here so you have a better idea of what's going on. Oh, I was going to show you guys my holdings in the coins, but Poloniex signed me out. Anyways, alright, let's go to a month. A month should be plenty of time. Cool. And then let's do 1-day candlesticks. That is way too big. Let's do 4-hour candlesticks. Okay, so this is basically what's going on in XMR right now, in my opinion. I think the XMR pumped clear up because it is going to hit a really high price. I think the XMR down the road will hit, as far as a long-term investment goes, XMR could be worth $50 to $100 from my calculations. Now, I think that it's going to do what Ethereum did though. And just due to the extra volume, I've talked about this a little bit before, just due to the fact that it is the #1 volume in 24-hour in Poloniex for weeks now. Just weeks, months actually, I think, an entire month. I think it's been at least almost every single day been the #1 volume. And when I'm talking #1 volume, I'm talking up to $18 million in 24 hours a day, and that's nothing. There's so much more volume in some of the other days on here, and it blows my mind how much volume has been going into XMR. But I do think it is going to come just due to uncertainty, the fact that Dash is climbing and it has a lot of strength in its market right now. I think that Dash is a good investment right now. Might not be the best time to buy. It could be the best time to buy, but XMR, not today, I wouldn't say. Maybe within the next couple days. I would buy Dash. I would buy Dash when XMR comes up to test after it hit 50%. That's when I would buy Dash. So when XMR comes down and tests this 50% level at 0.0148, then that's when I would be buying my Dash. Because it's going to come back up to test this 61% level after that at 0.175. And in the XMR market, you'll be able to sell your XMR, or just buy it with Bitcoin, whatever your preferred method. You'll be able to sell your XMR at a really nice profit for cheap Dash, and then when Dash moons and XMR loses its value due to all the volume being pulled out of it, and it comes down and tests its 38%, then you can sell your Dash, buy in on XMR, and it's just a win-win, basically. It's a win-win situation. That's my personal trading plan on XMR right now. At first I thought this was a double bottom right here at this 61%, but obviously it wasn't. It didn't confirm that it was. It broke below. This could be a big double bottom right here at this 1.6 level that it's at right now, but I kind of doubt it. I honestly think it's gonna come and test some of these other levels, because if you scroll back, it's not really directing on that fib. It broke below that fib pretty significantly, so I think it's gonna come test somewhere around in these ranges here, that 1.4 range. That's my personal thoughts on XMR right now, because if you think about it, it was just ridiculous what it did. It was insane what it did in such a short period of time. And there's lots of reasons behind that. I've explained Alphabay and just the fact that it's a private currency. People are concerned about that. And just things like that. And the fact that Poloniex has just been increasing in volume in general. But I think that XMR is going to come test that 38%, and I'm going to try and trade it against Dash and Bitcoin to squeeze as much profit as I possibly can out of it. I'm still holding like 22 XMR or something long, just because I bought so cheap that I'm just going to keep my position, for years, unless it drops below my stop loss. But that's, my stop loss is like 50 cents because it's money I can lose. I usually trade with money I can lose, but that's what I think is going to happen here with XMR. Now let's take a look at ETH here. If we can get these markets to load. I apologize for the fact that my internet can be slow sometimes. Alright, so Ethereum, the one that everybody freaked out about and pretty much what drove Poloniex to its fame. Now, let's look then just the fact that Poloniex is an amazing exchange in every aspect, in my opinion. Now, back to the subject. Ethereum. Let's look at this, because this is something I wanted to talk about. This was early, this was earlier on in the year. This is January when Ethereum started really making its run here. As you can see, it came up and tested that 38% level right here. Now, that 38% level, in my opinion, is the same 38% resistance level in correlation that XMR hit when it hit its peak recently. So basically what I'm saying is, before we even knew that Ethereum hit that crazy high, it came down and tested this 38% level. As you can see, it kind of played around right there. Let me put these on 4-hour candlesticks here. So this is just, a little history of what happened here. It came up, played around this 23% level a little bit, broke high, finally hit this peak, did this same kind of formation that XMR did, and then it dropped off pretty hard and tested this 38% level and mooned after that. We all know, it hit $22. You could exchange it for $22 at one point on the US dollar tether. So that to me shows you where XMR is going, in my opinion. I think that XMR, in the long-term view of XMR, and this was before Poloniex was like, you'd be surprised if you saw a coin with 1,000 Bitcoin in 24-hour volume. Like, that would be insane. Insane. That was, and now we're averaging 29,000 Bitcoin in volume on XMR right now in 24 hours volume. So, it's crazy to me, the perspective of what's happened. Now, back to my long-term thoughts on Ethereum. Like I said, I'm still rooting for ETC, and it's mainly just because I think Bitcoin is going to continue rising. I mean, look, that chart pattern to me just looks like a perfect uptrend. It just looks like the safest place for me to put my money right now, is just to continue trading these altcoins when Bitcoin drops, just making money off the fluctuation and volatility. Now, I think that Ethereum just pretty much quadruple topped right here. It just came up, hit this resistance level, said, no, just kidding. And then it hit its high right here. The reason I say that this is its high right here, May 20th, is because that was its high that it hit 22 US dollars. So that's, actually I could be wrong, and I don't want to give you guys false information. Let me check against US dollar tether here. Yep, I'm wrong. Okay, yeah. So it was actually January 15th that it hit $20. 20 US dollars. So, I think that it basically just double topped right here and crashed hard. That's just a, that's a very, very, very bearish signal. That hard candlestick down, that doji right here, and this double top resistance right here where it just comes down and pretends like it's uptrending but just can't quite do it. So I think Ethereum might drop off and battle. It might come down to that 38% level at $7, $5, and ETC will come up and battle it for value because I feel like this is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Let me turn these candlesticks. I feel like this is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. So, and I'm generally a technical trader. I do like to pay attention to, you know, crypto politics and stuff like that, but I'm a predominantly technical trader. So that's what I think about Ethereum and ETC. I don't want to go off on that too long. I talked a little bit about how the Bitfinex lawsuit thing, so that's why I think Bitcoin's been dropping off a little bit, because Bitfinex is the highest volume exchange for Bitcoin except for Poloniex. It's the highest volume exchange against US dollar tether. So Poloniex has higher volume because of all the other altcoins. Yeah, I think Bitcoin is going to moon really soon. I think it's going to break our 1200 resistance level. Factum. I forgot to talk about Factum. That was the other one I wanted to point out. Alright. Factum. And I love you, Factum. I really do. It is one nice bull. Wish I had a lighter. This thing is beautiful. This chart pattern. The technology, it's interesting, has good potential, but this chart pattern as far as the investment goes, incredible. And I think I was talking in my last video how it's just gonna moon, and hey look, it's up 14, almost 15% today. So I'm holding long on Factum. I think we're gonna see a $5, $6 Factum soon. $7. Who knows? It could definitely hit a nice price. So yeah, I'm holding long on Factum. Probably a pretty good time to buy. It just came up and hit this resistance level right here. So I'm assuming it's going to play around in this 0.005 level for a little while. So you'll have lots of good buy opportunities before it breaks this high. I don't see it downtrending. It looks like just a very solid uptrend to me. So I'm holding long on Factum. I'm still holding long on Dash, like I talked about. I'm going to do some interesting trading there. Clam is down 20%. It's been bottoming out hard, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. We could see some momentum in Clam. We saw this little pump and dump or a breakout. It could be either one. Haven't decided yet. The bottom formation that it did make isn't very promising to me yet. It kind of almost looks like just somebody was manipulating the market a little bit to make some money off Clam right here before it actually finishes bottoming. So it might not be a good time to buy, but it is down 20% today. And anytime there's a big move like that, like Bit Crystals, I bought Bit Crystals yesterday and it's up 20% because it was down yesterday. So, buying the lows, selling the highs. But yeah, so those are the top volume coins. The top change coins on Poloniex for 24 hours is up 24% with storage coin. We have Bit Crystals, Expanse, 1CR, but that's pretty low volume. XST, that's an interesting one. Looks like it could maybe have this really nice accumulation here. I think it's just getting ready to start uptrending, so I think this is a good buy. We've seen some increase in volume. It's stealth coin, so anything that's private and stuff like that is popping right now. So in the crypto world. And then the 24-hour downers would be XMG, Block. Block might be a good one. Both of these have high volume, and if they have high volume and they're down a lot, it's usually good to buy in because you can just sell in a few hours at a profit. So it's also good to look at these buy walls and sell walls. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin and where these markets are headed. This video is way longer than I intended it to be, but you know, I guess that's part of what I do. I guess I get lost talking about all the exciting stuff because I don't think there's an area in money right now that's more exciting than the cryptocurrency world, in my personal opinion. So anyways, have a nice day. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate that when you do. Gives me good motivation to keep making videos and keep you guys updated so that everybody can make money, because that's the ultimate goal. That we can all make money off of this technology, this new emerging technology, and you know, just ride the wave of the blockchain together. So anyways, my name is Dallin Anderson, and you have a good day.